When Raiders owner Mark Davis is not dealing with traffic disputes in Las Vegas, and when he's not hanging out with Cirque du Soleil performers, Mark Davis has done one thing consistently over the past 3 years, which is fawn over quarterback Tom Brady. And we know for a fact at this point, Mark Davis tried to get Tom Brady in 2020. John Gruden had to step in. And even though Mark Davis claims he doesn't remember and it was so long ago in 2020, Dana White has reminded us that yes, this was going to happen, and Brady was going to be a Las Vegas Raider if it wasn't for John Gruden and Derek Carr.
I worked to put that deal together for Brady and Gronk to come to the Raiders. It was almost a done deal. And at the last minute, Gruden blew the deal up and said that he didn't want him. What about if we can get Tom Brady out to the Raiders? The Patriots don't take him. He's got to come to Vegas and play for the Raiders.
That's how I feel. So if he want to leave anywhere, I feel like it should be there.
And now NFL insider Albert Breer is confirming that the Raiders are pursuing Tom Brady. This is a known fact at this point.
And I can tell you unequivocally, like, this is a fact. The Raiders are looking into it. Like, the Raiders are looking into going and acquiring Tom Brady.
Tom Brady back with Josh McDaniels in Las Vegas with Devontae Adams, Darren Waller, Hunter Renfrow, and a defense that they won all in on. Is that like the most obvious thing of all time? Is that what we're assuming is going to take place?
And the two most obvious places where I think he'd have coaches he could really respect on that side of the ball would be San Francisco and Vegas.
Number 2, I'm going to go with myself. I'm putting Tom ahead of me because he's Tom Brady, like I said. I think Chandler Jones is number 1, but Tom Brady will be number 1 this year.
And Derek Carr's 1 year out in the contract makes so much sense. Tom Brady failed to go to Miami last year, got popped for tampering, and the Dolphins were eventually punished. Brady knew this season would be his last in Tampa Bay, and perhaps his visit to Vegas just recently in May was to also tamper with Mark Davis, and maybe Mark Davis let him know, hey, don't worry, Derek Carr has a 1 year out in his contract, and we got a nice stadium for you in 2023 when the Super Bowl is hosted in Las Vegas. And what has made Brady's most recent trip to Vegas more interesting was his relationship with another employee of Mark Davis, which is Las Vegas Aces star basketball player Kelsey Plum. She's let it be known that she admires Tom Brady. They're smiling, hanging out together with Mark Davis, and Brady even sent her a jersey. Apparently, she's a big-time Brady fan. And what's odd is Kelsey is dating star tight end Darren Waller, who was primarily unavailable during the regular season for the Raiders due to a hamstring injury, and he was also gone for most of training camp due to a hamstring injury. Derek Carr really only played 60 snaps altogether with Renfrow, Waller, and Devontae Adams on the field at the same time. And now Brady might be coming to Vegas, so Darren Waller needs to watch out. Tom's single now, and he might have some competition with Kelsey Plum. Whoa, stop. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to this channel for more Raiders content. But what makes this even more odd is the fact that the main reason why Brady may be open to going to Las Vegas is also the reason why this might not happen.
It's a fork in the road. Like, which way do you want to go? Do you want to like build slowly and logically, or do you want to go all in?
Out of all the destinations Brady can go and hit the ground running, the Raiders is one of them because of Josh McDaniels. They've been running the Earhart-Perkins offense for so many years together. Brady can probably call the same audibles as McDaniels in his sleep. And Mark Davis, because he loves Brady so much, has wanted this guy for so long, probably hired Ziegler and McDaniels because he thought it would make Vegas a popular destination for Brady in the future. But look at what Shannon Sharpe had to say about Josh McDaniels.
Boy, Tom Brady made him.
Yeah.
And it seems to be without Tom Brady, he's absolutely nothing.
And it is for this reason alone that many believe that Josh McDaniels might not want Tom Brady. Not only do you only get this aging 47-year-old quarterback for only 1 season, then you got to go out and figure out the quarterback problem for 2024, but just like Shannon Sharpe alluded to, it leaves a negative mark on Josh McDaniels' legacy. Let's say the Raiders win the Super Bowl next year with Brady and McDaniels. McDaniels is going to get absolutely no credit for that Super Bowl, just like Bruce Arians does not get much credit for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Super Bowl in 2020. So Josh McDaniels has to ask himself, does he really want his legacy overshadowed by Tom Brady? But due to his horrible season that he had last year, which he cannot blame entirely on Derek Carr, even though him and the Raiders seem to desperately try to pin all the failures of the 2022 season on the players. But the fact of the matter is, Josh McDaniels has a short lease unless he grabs Tom Brady. Because if Josh McDaniels gets another QB like Jimmy Garoppolo, or maybe he drafts a QB, if they go out out in 2023 and have a similar record as they did in 2022, I completely believe that Josh McDaniels will be straight up fired. But if they sign Tom Brady, and even if it does not work out with Tom Brady, Josh McDaniels could blame all of this on Brady and also blame it on Mark Davis because he kind of forced him to get Tom Brady. So maybe McDaniels and Ziegler are going to go the smart route, buy themselves more time in this organization by just signing Tom Brady, giving Mark Davis exactly what he wants, granting Mark Davis his wishes, and then maybe drafting a later round QB to develop under Tom Brady, have somebody ready to go for 2024. And the Raiders clearly have holes on their team outside of quarterback. They desperately need help on the offensive line, also the defensive tackle position, and probably the cornerback position, and perhaps middle linebacker if they do not re-sign Denzel Perryman. So if Mark Davis forces McDaniels to go with Brady, they're not going to draft a quarterback with that 7th overall pick. No, they're definitely going to get some help on the defensive side of the football, maybe the offensive line, to give Brady some assurance that they are going to try to go all in and win a championship in 2023. But like we said before, McDaniels will likely still try to pick a late round QB to try to develop, unless of course he tries to roll with Jarrett Stidham and try to see if that works out. But there are some people that he could target in the later rounds, people in the 2nd round. Think about it. The Raiders have the 7th overall pick, but they also have the 39th overall pick. Can one of these guys fall to the 39th overall pick? I'm looking at people like Tanner McKee. I'm also looking at Anthony Richardson, one of the more interesting prospects. I believe he's going to go early in the 1st round, but there is a possibility that due to the fact that he's kind of a raw talent, he could fall to maybe the 2nd round or the late 1st round. Perhaps the Raiders trade up to get him in the later 1st round, or you could try to get a true 2nd or 3rd rounder, get somebody like Spencer Rattler. That would be an interesting prospect. Hey, Stetson Bennett, he just won a championship with the Georgia Bulldogs. Or my favorite, the guy that I would love for us to target in the 2nd or 3rd round would be none other than Fresno State. Let's do it again. Another Fresno State QB with Jake Haener. That is also a possibility for Josh McDaniels and the Raiders. Jake Haener would likely fall due to the fact that he does have some size issues, but he is a great talent. It looks like the ball is in Brady's court, whether or not he wants to go to Vegas. Maybe he'll choose to retire, probably not. Or maybe he'll choose to go to Miami. That almost happened before last year, and we know they have problems with Tua. Perhaps he can go there and play with Tyreek Hill. So the ball is in Brady's court, in my opinion, and I think at any moment he could be announced to be the Raiders' next quarterback, unless I'm hoping because I really don't want this guy to be the Raiders' next QB. He makes a last-ditch effort to go somewhere else, or perhaps he retires and tries to repair things with Gisele Bündchen, who recently divorced him. Maybe he's gonna go try to save his marriage instead of try to win a Super Bowl in Vegas. Either way, let me know what you want to see happen, and let me know any late round QB you would like to see the Raiders draft. Like this video if you have not yet, and subscribe to this channel for more Raiders content. My name is WiFiWillie. Peace out, and I hope you have a good one.